Hey guys, Guthrie Steenkamp here, former international rugby player and current scrum coach and ZUU coach. Get a touch, boom. I know you have seen me do all these crazy movements on social media and probably wondering what it's all about. What is ZUU? ZUU is high intensity training and low impact and was founded by Nathan Halberg more than 10 years ago. Today I would like to share with you why rugby players should be doing ZUU. The demands on rugby players in the modern game is huge, physically and mentally. If you want to take your game to the next level and become physically and mentally stronger, you should watch this video. Subscribe to my channel if you want to stay up to date every time I release a new video. All you have to do is click on the subscribe button and click on that bell. If you enjoyed this video at the end, please like it and leave a comment. And also share with me, what are you currently struggling with? And I'll do my best to reply as soon as possible. So I've been doing ZUU for more than 2 years now. It's been an unbelievable journey and it has impacted my life in so many ways. I wish I did ZUU when I was still a rugby player. The results are amazing and the benefits are unbelievable. Today as a retired athlete, I move better, have better range of motion and mobility than what I had as a professional athlete. Crazy, I know. I will go later into detail about my journey with ZUU, so just make sure you keep on staying tuned to this channel. We know rugby players need to be super conditioned, play at high intensity and constantly perform. But what is happening? Players are getting injured, they are breaking down, they're taking longer to recover. So wouldn't it be great if you could have a training method which you could integrate into your current training regime and help you smash your position? So now I would like to share with you why rugby players should do ZUU. Reason number one, it can increase your rugby conditioning. We all know how important it is to be match fit and train with intensity and play with intensity. I've seen firsthand our fitness professionals and S&C coaches have integrated the ZUU method into rugby training. It changes the dynamic of your classic conditioning drills or games. It really increases the intensity and it forces you to dig deep. ZUU simulates the conditions you experience in the game, that fatigue levels, that lactic you experience in that last minute, or that lactic that you experience in the scrum, or constantly being on defense. I remember when I trained with Nathan Halberg online for the first time. When I experienced that session, I was like, what the heck is this? It feels like I'm playing a game. I can't move. Lactic all over, heavy legs. So if you condition that on a constant basis, if you integrate that into your training, you'll be able to perform. We all know the competition is high in the modern game. And sometimes when you have two teams that are equally strong, lots of depth in their squad, the massive difference is their conditioning. The team that is better conditioned than our opponents, in most cases, win the game. Even though in rugby we do a lot of running and it's the baseline for our rugby conditioning, it has a massive impact on the bigger boys in the team, yes, the forwards, and especially those players that are 120 plus kgs. Making them run a lot is just putting them at risk of injury, massive joint pain, tendonitis in the knees. The great thing about ZUU is high intensity training, low impact, so you can get those bigger boys super fit and conditioned. In ZUU, you get conditioned to hit those red zones. We all know sometimes there's a key moment in the game, lactic is high, fatigue is way up there, and concentration levels tend to take a dip. So ZUU allows you to maintain your concentration levels, your focus and your reaction speed, which is quite cool. So this is my question to you. If you could do something that can increase your rugby conditioning, allow you to perform at a higher level than your opponent, would you do it? Of course you would. So don't think twice about doing ZUU. Reason number two, it will increase your breakdown and contact skills. The breakdown is a key area in the game of rugby. If you are struggling at the breakdown or at the ruck, you will practically have zero possession. In the ruck, a lot of players get injured because they are not used to getting into a low body position, reacting quickly, and driving out their opponents or securing their ball. I've seen a lot of flankers, and especially taller boys, get lower back injuries because they have poor mobility in the hips, basically zero flexion in their knees. There are a lot of movements in ZUU like the bear crawl, the gorilla and the chameleon, which helps rugby players get used to and be better conditioned to be in that low body position. Get off the ground quicker, repeat efforts. It just helps in so many areas. The contact zone. We all know how important that is. You need to dominate the collision. Your body is twisting and turning in different directions. And sometimes you need to position yourself to make a big hit. So if your body's not used to moving in different directions, that's where players get injured. You can do your classic bicep curls, bodybuilding exercises. But when you get to a game, you need to move. It's power. And that's why ZUU is great. Because all the movements that you'll be doing ZUU, which a lot of it's ground-based as well, will give you that extra edge to be stronger in the contact zone. Imagine how strong you can be in the contact zone if you're used to generating power in a state of fatigue. And ZUU will help you to do exactly that. Reason number 3, ZUU will increase your mobility and range of motion. We all know that this is something which a lot of rugby players lack. I had poor mobility. When I started doing ZUU, I couldn't even do a proper full squat. Now today, as a retired athlete, I can do a full squat. If you do not have good mobility as a rugby player, it will lead to injuries. And it will also restrict you from doing other exercises in the gym. A lot of players can't do full squat, power cleans, or other weightlifting exercises like overhead squats because of poor mobility. And they have zero range of motion. Range of motion is key. It allows you to generate power. ZUU will help you to increase that. It will help you to progress. In ZUU, we always say you regress to progress. So if you're really struggling, you don't have to force it. You don't have to hurt yourself. But there's always a way you can move forward and make sure that you have proper progression when it comes to your mobility and range of motion. If you have good range of motion, you can be more efficient in a gym, more efficient on the rugby field. Your training efficiency and training performance will increase. Reason number 4, mental resilience. What is the difference between mental toughness and mental resilience? Mental toughness is the ability to absorb pressure, but then at some stage you snap. Mental resilience, you're capable of absorbing all that pressure situations, managing that stress, and then punch the line and move forward. Rugby players need it. We experience a lot of pressure from our fans, club, family, and you need to manage that. And ZUU helps you to do that. It helps you to develop mental strength like you've never had before. Imagine you're in a game, high pressure situation. Times are tough. You're in the trenches with your teammates and you are tired, but you need to dig deep. If you don't have the mental resilience to move forward, you'll just stop. You'll just give up. People that do not have mental resilience, they just give up. They just wave the white flag. With ZUU, I discovered that I had untapped mental resilience. Looking back now in my career, I only probably achieved 80% of my potential. There was still 20% left. Mental resilience is key. It will allow you to push harder at training. And in ZUU, you get to develop exactly that. Mental resilience is important. Helps you to manage the stress, manage the anxiety, and so many other things. So what type of rugby player do you want to be? Someone that's mentally resilient, leads by example, and inspires his teammates, or someone that just gives up? Reason number 5, ZUU will decrease the risk of injuries. I've had a lot of injuries back in the day, and it really posed a lot of challenges for me. You will learn to harness and generate power through movement. Your body will get used to moving into different directions. Players that have integrated the ZUU training method into their training regime, that do ZUU on a daily basis, the injury levels are practically zero. I'm not saying that ZUU will stop all injuries. That's not what I'm saying. But it will allow you to reduce the risk of injuries because you'll recover quickly. You'll be used to working into those red zones. I've worked with professional rugby players all over the world, online and here in France, and they have integrated the ZUU training method. They've become stronger. They've moved faster. They are fitter than before. They are better conditioned. Don't underestimate the power of ZUU and how it can help you as a rugby player. So if you enjoyed this video, please like this video and share it with your friends and leave a comment to let me know what you think. So guys, don't forget, in the description below, you can access a free ZUU strength and power replay session. It's unbelievable. You need to give it a try. It will help you so much. Once you've experienced it, it will blow your mind. So make sure you subscribe to this channel so you can be notified whenever I release a new video. So in the comment sections below, write down and let me know what you think it's important for a rugby player at the moment to perform. I would like to get your opinion. You have probably noticed I'm very passionate about ZUU. It's made a massive difference in my life, and that's why I wanted to share it with you. Let's just recap everything. Why rugby players should do ZUU. Reason number 1, it can improve your rugby conditioning. Reason number 2, it can improve your breakdown skills and contact skills. Reason number 3, it can improve your mobility and range of motion. And reason number 4, it will increase your mental resilience. Reason number 5, it will reduce the risk of injuries. There are various other benefits why rugby players should do ZUU. It increases your strength, your power, endurance, conditioning, mobility. There are so many things. The mental aspect. You should definitely give this a try. Guys, your career goes by just like that. You need to enjoy this journey. You need to be willing to put in the grind. You need to be dedicated, disciplined. Are you willing to go that extra mile to increase your performance on the rugby field? Yes or no? Are you willing to change your mindset? You need to try and be different. If you want the edge over your competition, you need to do things differently. I would advise you to do ZUU. Why? Because I believe in it. I will not be sharing this with you if I do not believe it. Right, team, that's me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like it, share the video with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll see you guys very soon. Boom.